Dear friends, there is a secret that Japanese women have quietly practiced for generations. No expensive cosmetics, no need for luxurious spas, yet their hands and facial skin remain soft, evenly toned, and radiant, even well into their 70s. Even without elaborate makeup, just looking at their hands or face, it's hard to look away. What allows them to achieve this without complicated procedures? That's what I'd love to share with you in today's video. A completely natural skincare method that's easy to do at home, safe for all skin types, especially for those who have started to notice wrinkles, dryness, dullness, or uneven skin tone. And the special thing is, this method doesn't only care for the skin from the outside with two very simple recipes, one for the hands, one for the face, but also includes an herbal drink that nourishes the skin from within. When combined, your skin will be refreshed from root to tip. Not just beautiful, but truly healthy. The Japanese pay great attention to the smallest things, like the hands that are constantly exposed to dishwashing liquids and sunlight, or the face that faces dust, aging, and everyday stress. They don't choose complicated products, but rely on natural, gentle, safe ingredients. And the results are clear if practiced correctly. In today's video, I'll guide you through each step, from the hand and face care recipes to the herbal drink you should consume daily, and even the small mistakes many people make when doing home skincare. I hope you'll watch until the end of the video because each section has very practical tips, easy to do but can make a big difference. If you find this content helpful, please don't forget to subscribe to the Songkwe Moinge channel so I'll have more motivation to share regularly. And if you have any questions, personal stories, or experiences, feel free to leave a comment below. I truly appreciate every single message. I'd like to send you my warmest wishes for good health. May each passing day bring strength to your body, radiance to your skin, and peace to your soul. Now, let's begin, dear friends. Dear friends, before we take care of our hands, which are easily roughened over the years, let me first share the facial skincare recipe. Because the face is where fatigue, signs of aging, and the pressures of daily life are most visible. I still remember visiting a friend living in Japan. She took me to an old neighborhood in Kyoto where many elderly women sold pottery. Among them was a woman over 70, yet the skin on her face was remarkably rosy, bright, and smooth. When I asked her secret, she just smiled and said, "I just use rice every day, not to eat, but to apply to my face." It sounded like a joke, but it's actually a well-known traditional Japanese skincare method, and today, I want to share that with you. To make this recipe, I use about 1 tablespoon of freshly cooked white rice. Choose soft, slightly sticky rice, not too dry or mushy. Let it cool slightly, then mash it thoroughly with a spoon until it becomes a fine paste. Warm rice contains B vitamins and minerals that help soothe and restore the skin after a long day. Then, I add about 1 small spoon of fresh orange juice. Oranges have natural vitamin C that brightens the skin and fades uneven spots, especially small sunspots on the cheeks. I also add a few drops of rose water. Rose water helps balance skin pH and gently tightens pores. If I have vitamin E capsules, I cut one open and add the contents. Vitamin E deeply moisturizes and has strong antioxidant properties, excellent for facial skin after age 40. Once all ingredients are mixed together, the result is a smooth, creamy blend with a gentle scent of fresh orange and warm rice. I usually store it in a small glass jar sealed in the refrigerator and use it within 2 to 3 days for best results. Using it is simple. After washing and gently drying the face, I apply a small amount evenly, avoiding the eyes and lips. Let it sit for 10 to 15 minutes while relaxing, maybe listening to soft music, so the skin can truly rest. Once the mixture starts to dry slightly, rinse off with warm water, pat dry with a soft towel, and follow with a bit of moisturizer or rose water if needed. This recipe may be simple, but that's exactly what makes it effective in the long term. When used consistently 2 to 3 times a week, you'll notice your skin gradually becoming brighter, more even, smoother. And importantly, it doesn't thin or irritate your skin like some chemical products. This is one of my favorite skincare methods because it not only takes care of the skin, but gives me a moment to pause, to nurture myself with something gentle and familiar. Dear friends, after taking care of the facial skin, where aging shows most clearly, don't forget your hands also deserve to be treated with care, because no matter how well the face is cared for, if the hands are dry, dark, or wrinkled, others can still easily guess your real age. That's why in Japanese skincare culture, hand care is just as important as facial care. Now I'll share a simple yet highly effective hand care recipe you can do right at home. The ingredient I often use is red bean powder. Just 1 teaspoon contains many natural antioxidants. It helps gently exfoliate dead skin, fade dark spots, and even out skin tone. Especially great for older skin or those who wash hands frequently. Next is a tablespoon of virgin coconut oil. Coconut oil not only softens but deeply hydrates, perfect for cracked or dry hands. If you don't have coconut oil, extra virgin olive oil is a good alternative. Then add half a teaspoon of pure honey. Honey is a natural humectant and has mild antibacterial properties. It soothes irritated or red skin and softens the rough patches on finger joints, something many people experience with age. Lastly, a few drops of lemon juice, just a little. Lemon contains natural vitamin C, brightens the skin, and helps fade small dark spots when used properly. However, don't use too much, as it may dry or irritate the skin, especially for those with sensitive skin. When mixing these 4 ingredients, you'll get a creamy blend with a pleasant scent that both hydrates and naturally brightens and softens hand skin. I usually put this mixture in a small jar with a tight lid, keep it in a cool place, and use it within 3 to 5 days. Using it is easy. Every night before bed, after washing your hands, take a small amount and massage it gently from wrist to fingertips for about 5 minutes. This is a relaxing moment and helps nutrients absorb better. Then rinse with warm water. I recommend using this recipe 3 to 4 times a week for best results. However, if your hands are cut, red, or sensitive, test a small area first for safety. This is a method quietly used by the Japanese to keep their hands soft and smooth, even at an advanced age. And trust me, when your hands are properly cared for, you'll feel more comfortable and confident when interacting with others. Dear friends, I truly believe that to have truly beautiful skin, we cannot rely only on external care. What we put into our bodies every day, from food and drinks to our emotional state, all silently nourish or harm our skin. Dryness, dullness, irritation, or lifeless skin are not always due to a lack of moisturizer. Sometimes it's simply due to dehydration or improper detox of the liver and kidneys. That's why, in addition to the 2 external recipes I just shared, I'd love to suggest a herbal drink to nourish the skin from within, both safe and easy to prepare. In the morning, on an empty stomach, I usually boil a cup of perilla leaf tea, adding a few thin slices of fresh ginger. Boil for about 5 minutes, then let it cool a bit. Before drinking, I add about half a teaspoon of pure honey. Perilla leaves are warm-natured, help purify the blood, and promote detox through the skin and breath. Ginger warms the body, boosts circulation under the skin, making your complexion rosier. Honey, of course, soothes the stomach and hydrates the skin naturally. After drinking this in the morning for about 2 to 3 weeks, I noticed my skin was less dull. The dry areas on my cheeks and chin reduced significantly. I felt lighter, slept deeper, and woke up without puffiness or facial swelling. On days when I don't have perilla leaves, I switch to boiling water with voy leaves or young green tea leaves. Each has its own unique benefits, but all are excellent at detoxifying the body. What's important is that you should keep drinking warm water without added sugar, not too cold, and ideally consumed in the early morning or late afternoon when your stomach isn't too full. If you're worried about the taste, you can add a few slices of dried apple or a bit of thin licorice root to create a naturally sweet and pleasant flavor. Taking care of your skin doesn't have to be complicated. Sometimes, just a warm glass of water in the morning, a small jar of hand cream, or a few minutes of time for yourself can bring longer-lasting changes than any cosmetic product. And the most precious thing is that through this process, I've also learned to love and listen to my body more each day. Dear friends, in addition to regularly caring for our skin from the outside in, there's one very important thing I remind myself of every day. Be mindful of what you put into your body, because there are foods that seem harmless, but are actually silent culprits that make our skin duller, rougher, and age faster. First are foods with too much sugar: candies, soft drinks, bubble tea. When sugar intake exceeds the limit, the body may experience low-grade chronic inflammation, making the skin more prone to breakouts, less elastic, and more likely to develop wrinkles early on. Next are fried, oily foods, especially fast food. These not only overwork the liver and kidneys, but also encourage free radicals that damage skin cells from within. I also try to limit alcohol and strong coffee, as they can cause dehydration, leading to dry and dull skin. Instead, you can drink light herbal teas like perilla, voy leaf, or simply warm water with honey in the morning. Just like I mentioned earlier, skincare is only one part, but avoiding harmful foods daily is the foundation that truly supports healthy, radiant skin from within. I believe that when we love ourselves enough, we'll naturally choose what's good for the body and let go of what's no longer needed. Dear friends, I know that in the midst of work and life's busyness, not everyone has time to care for themselves fully, but just a few minutes a day, applying some hand cream, gently placing warm rice on the face, or sipping a cup of warm water in the morning is enough to show your skin some love and let your body be heard. I hope the small tips shared in today's video give you a gentle reminder or idea for taking care of your skin. Nothing complicated, nothing expensive, just consistency and genuine self-love. If you find this video helpful, I would truly appreciate a subscription to the Live Well Everyday channel, so whenever there's a new video, I get the chance to continue sharing and walking alongside you. And if you have any questions, feedback, or helpful personal experiences, don't hesitate to leave a comment below. I always read them all and treasure every word. Wishing you always a healthy skin, a light and energized body, and a truly peaceful spirit. See you again in the next videos from Live Well Every Day.